What is up, everyone? Devs just put out patch 2.44. I read a bit of it, not too much. I wanted to do kind of a first impressions kind of thing. I thought that'd be interesting, fun to do maybe. Give some thoughts on it. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. See, added new skins. I heard they were adding new skins. I haven't actually seen them yet. Game balance improvements. That's always good. Map adjustments. That's good. I hope that means they got rid of King's Pass. I hate that map. Animation improvements, always good, because animations in this game are actually terrible at aligning with the hitboxes. Quality of life, always good. And a swath of new test features. I don't care too much about that. Don't really play test features too often. We're looking forward to your feedback, okay? New legend skins in Brawlhalla. An Ember skin. Star Guardian Ember. Shooting stars and asteroids and anything posing a threat. But is it as good as my princess skin? I doubt it. Slasher Barraza. I saw this one. He looks like a... I don't even know. Jason, is it? I don't know. He's super... It's like Azoth. Kind of edgy. But now they're putting it on Barraza, who's already kind of edgy. So... Winter Championship avatar, don't care. Map adjustments. Shipwreck Falls. Oh, okay, I did read this one. So, basically, Shipwreck Falls was, like, super high, and even I could tell for being such a low rank that it was ridiculously high. And, like, it was lowered from 900 down to 700. That's a lot. Considering when they update our weapons, it's in, like, 1s and 2s. So, they gave us a reference. Small Thunder Guard has a top kill box of 500. So that's an extra 200 above that. So it's still ridiculously high. It's just not as high because it was like super ridiculous. Okay, quality of life. I did read this too. Basically, when you're in training mode, damage will automatically update. You don't have to press the button to get the damage update. And same thing with your weapon. Yes, I'm pretty sure. And they reset all of your all the sidekicks. I don't have a sidekick yet, so not too big of a deal for me. But you can set a default one in your inventory screen. Test features, again, don't care, but I do like this a lot. I like it, but then again, I hate it because it takes away some of the speed of Brawlhalla, but then again, it adds in that counterplay potential. Introduce 6 frames of delay when you attack or dodge when you turn around. So, like, if you're going this way, and then you instantly turn around to do it like a sidelight, there's 6 frames there. You can't attack. And I don't... There's 60 frames in a second. If I'm not wrong. I think it's situational depending on what you're doing. Cause like my videos have 30 frames in a second. Oh, there's the Ember skin. Look at that. No, that's what even is this? I don't. This is not. Stop releasing Ember skins. You already have the princess one. It doesn't get better than that. I don't even know what they're doing. Like, they got it just right with the... See, there's Super Edgeman 666. So yeah. So there's a... Not too long, but there is a bit of time where you're not doing anything. Increased run and fall speeds. I'm sure that's to make up for the 6 frames. And invulnerability from chain dodges no longer prevents hits from signatures. Okay, so at my elo, if I could talk... chain dodging is not used too much, so I don't know how this is going to affect gameplay. I've been trying to incorporate it more when I think about it, but I don't see it too often, so personally it's not going to affect me too much. But I know at the higher ranks, like Plat to Diamond, it is being a problem, so this should give the counterplay potential that is needed for it. Removed from test features, I guess. They said though they might come back to these, but for now not. I hope they don't go back to this one. This is just stupid, if you ask me. Like, you can already gravity cancel. Why do we need to signature jumping? This one was a bit. I think this is to like put it like stop spammers, which listen, I'm gonna tell you to you straight and right now. Spamming does not exist in Brawlhalla. You've got maximum 16 moves at a time, because you can always just throw your weapon, and then you've got 8 more. With only that many moves and so little combos, you can't call it spamming. I don't even know why people get like I used to get upset about it until I thought about this. With so few options, with only 8 moves, 4 of them with insane startup frames, and all of them you have a button that makes you literally invincible. It's not spamming. It's just I don't. It's not spamming. It's just using the same option, if that makes sense. And if they use the same option over and over again, then you can just avoid it. Now the thing is, I can't just avoid it. Like, I'm not good enough to just avoid it. So, animation improvement: scythe recovery animation, startup posing adjustments. Scythe recovery animation, startup posing. I guess that just means they fixed the first few frames of it. I don't know. Added extra animation frames to scythe dare startup animation. Okay, so I saw someone saying that the visual does not match the dare on this, so that should fix it. So that this says it fixes that. It matches the hitboxes now. Adjusted posing for scythe recovery animation for visual clarity. And this fixes hitboxes as well. This fixes your placement inside your hitbox. I don't know what this means. I think they fixed the first few frames of a hitbox of the animation or something like that. They changed how it looks. New legend rotation, don't care. If you care, you can read it. Balance. This is okay. This I was never sure about, so I'll go ahead and try to explain this now, because I did read this part. So basically, they've got variable force and fixed force. Fixed force is the knockback. It will 100% of the time do. It always does that. Like, no matter what, it will knock you back X distance if it hits you with X hitbox. Okay? Now, variable force is the force it does depending on your damage levels. So I don't know if you guys saw the GIF that I got roasted for, where I used a spear downlight to take someone to a instant kill. Like, I threw a weapon at them and they like were just gone off my screen. I thought that was super interesting personally. I've never seen anything else that I can do that. But basically that has a variable force of 0. So it will always put them in the same spot for the down light to hit with scythe. Again, did I say spear before? I meant scythe. For scythe to hit it again. So it's got 0, so it will always put them at the fixed force. If that makes sense. I hope that made sense, because that's going to come into play. I read like guitars and sword. So guitars, they buffed guitars finally. They've nerfed them like 20 billion times in a row. I stopped playing guitars because they nerfed them so many times. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still good. I was just, it was more of, they kept nerfing them. I thought they were fine, and so that put them subpar. Like, they're still okay if you know how to space them, but I don't. They just felt like they were just getting worse and worse, and what wasn't gonna stop. So I picked up other characters besides Ember. I might start trying to play her again, but I don't know. Like, this right here is super good. This should make your sidelight down air almost true. So if you down air sidelight downlight, they used to just instantly dodge out of that, so you would have to read the dodge. But now they've increased it to 2 more stun frames, so if they're matching dodge, it should make it a bit easier to hit. And side air comes out a bit faster, which is good, because that's how you kill with guitars. A sword, they changed a bunch of numbers here. Sword decreased force of the first active frame from 40 variable force into 65 fixed force to 38 variable force and 60 fixed force. Decreased force of later active frames from 34 variable force to and 52 fixed force to 32 variable force and 52 fixed force. Increased stun time from 14 to 15. So sword down air will knock you not as far down when you're trying to gimp someone off the side, but it's got one extra stun frame. They did this. If you read this, I didn't think to read it to you guys, but they're basically trying to take out versatility out of down air. They think it's still too versatile instead of a ground pound, which is most other weapons gimp move. So, and then they added force to the ground pound, like a ton of force. So sword ground pound increased force from 32 variable 50 fixed to 40 variable 50 fixed. So it's the same amount of fixed, but they added 8 variable force. Now, if you remember what I said before about the distance being a lot on shipwreck, because they increase our weapons by generally like 1 and 2, like our stun from 1 and 2. They increased it by 2, decreased by 1. They increased it by 8. That's insane. For Brawlhalla, 8 extra force is just insane. Okay. So sword ground pound got a lot better, and sword down air got a lot worse. Well, I don't know if it's a lot. 32. That's 2 decrease. That's 5 fixed decrease though, and 2 variable. It got a bit worse. It's got mediocrely worse, and ground pound got a lot better. That's how I would phrase it. Your down air is still good, but your ground pound's a lot better if you play sword. Axe. Okay, axe. With the addition of chain dodging, the axe's ground kit proves too flexible in its attacks, rotation for the amount of power and its strikes. We have increased the recovery time across the ground kit to afford more room for counterplay. I personally was feeling axe was a bit fast. Don't know how it played at higher levels, but I was feeling it was a little fast. But then again, I don't see too much chain dodging, so I don't know how fast it actually was. Axe downlight increased recovery from... Okay, increase the recovery variable from 12 variable, 0 fixed. Axe downlight, 12. Axe downlight, so that's the anti-air. Increased recovery from 12 variable, 0 fixed to 12 variable, 2 fixed. Is your recovery time increased based on how much damage you've taken? I don't know what this means. Why is there force in recovery time? I don't quite understand this. So if someone could explain to me what this sentence means, please, that would be highly appreciated. Axe sidelight, decreased stun from 31 to 30. Okay, so a bit worse with the sidelight. Increased recovery on miss from 8 variable 3 fixed to 10 variable 3 fixed. Again, I don't understand this, the variable and fixed. They don't explain it here because this is against force, not recovery time. Why is... I don't understand what they're trying to say here. If someone could explain it to me what this means, why there's variable and fixed recovery and not just recovery. Okay, spear. The spear is receiving adjustments to allow a greater window to punish missed aerial heavy attacks. So this is basically saying here, all you silvers, you can play against ground pound and recovery now, as well as more time to approach a missed neutral light attack. Neutral light was really good, but it does have a lot of recovery times already. Like the animation's huge, so I don't know how much I like this one. But you can always just dodge, chase dodge out of it from neutral light to a chain dodge, chase dodge. Side light is still true, I'm pretty sure. Spear neutral light increased recovery from 16 variable 1 fixed, still don't know what this means, to 16 variable 3 fixed. Increase stun of final hit from 16 to 17. So, don't know how much this is going to affect it. Like, that's 2 fixed is all they changed. I don't know what that means. So, yeah. It's confusing me how they worded this, and they didn't explain that, but they explained the other one. Applied dampening to backwards movement during the attack, similar to most side air powers. Spear recovery. Applied dampening to backwards movement. Okay, hold on. So applied dampening to backwards movement. So if you try to go backwards, similar to most side air powers. So like with Qatar's side air, it pushes you forward. And if you hold back, I don't think you'll go as far. But that's confusing me because with spear recovery, you're straight up. So I don't know how they would dampen your down. It's a bit confusing, but I'm sure it made it worse in some way. Sorry. Spear ground pound, decreased force from 45 variable. So they decrease the force on it, increase recovery. Oh, I actually know what this means. Never mind, I'll read that. Decreased force from 45 variable, 52 fixed. They didn't write fixed here. What the heck? Come on, BMG. Aren't you like a paid paid company? I don't even get paid. I don't even get paid for this, and I found your error. What is this? 45 variable, 52 blank fixed to 42 variable, 52 fixed. So they reduced the variable force by 3, so it's gonna be a bit harder to kill with spear ground pound. I think this is fine. With spear has the widest recovery hitbox in the game, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm like 100% sure it's got the widest one. So with it having that much range, it shouldn't be able to kill as easily as it does now off the side. Or maybe I'm just always super fucking high when I get hit by it, but it seems to kill me a lot. Increased recovery on release from 28 variable 0 fixed to 28 variable 2 fixed. So if you do, so I'm just gonna presume for the rest of this video that you do take extra recovery time based on your damage, because that's the only thing I can think this means. So this means that it's got a bit more recovery time, just in general. So increased recovery on contact with ground from 27 variable 0 fixed to 28 variable 2 fixed. Okay, this is a big nerf. I think this is also not. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? Not necessary, but it is. What's the word? Appropriate. That's what it is. It's appropriate because of, again, the wide hitbox, and if you don't hit with it, you should have a ton of time to come and counter that. Rocket Lance, come on, buffs for Lance. I need my Meta Knight to come back. Frequent use of the Rocket Lance down air affords a great. Oh no, just this half a sentence. No, please, and don't nerf my Rocket Lance. Frequent usage of the Rocket Lance down air affords a great deal of mobility. So we have increased the recovery time to allow more consistent punishment on miss. No one already plays Rocket Lance. You need to buff it. Rocket Lance down air, increased recovery on miss from 22 variable 0 fixed to 22 variable 1 fixed. Okay, that's like nothing. Okay, so I'm fine with. I guess I'm fine with this. That's like barely anything. So it's 1. I mean, they generally work in 1s and 2s, so I guess it's like a bit, but still, it's just 1 fixed. So it's not like 1 variable, which would be more significant. Increased recovery on miss when contacting with the ground from 21 variable 0 fix to 22 variable 1 fix. This is a lot more of a nerf. Rocket Lance is already super slow as it is if you miss. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, I guess if they're gonna increase this recovery time, they've got to keep it consistent. But it's already super slow if you miss. Rocket Lance neutral light, increased recovery on miss. Neutral. Okay, yeah, this already a super long recovery time. I don't know why they're nerfing it. On miss from 9 variable 1 fix to 10 variable 2. That's like a huge nerf. I don't even know why they're doing this to Rocket Lance. Unless I'm just like not at the level, like skill level, to where people are actually properly using Lance and I'm just the only one playing it. But again, I don't know about this one. I don't like these nerfs at all. I don't feel like Lance deserved this. I'm not a Lance main, by the way. I do like playing Sir Roland. He's the only Lance character I play. Favorite weapon right now is, by the way, Katars. So I'm super happy they got buffed. Yeah, Katars and Scythe are my two favorite weapons right now. I suck at Scythe though, so that kind of sucks. But I don't feel like this was appropriate at all. That's just me. Blasters. The Blasters neutral air affords great coverage from. They're nerfing Blasters. Let me see, before I even read the rest of this. Blasters are actually super strong. I feel like they do need a nerf. They're neutral air. I don't know if the neutral air is what needs nerfed. Looks like that's what BMG decided to nerf, though. I mean, it is super good, but it doesn't combo into anything. It doesn't string into anything except a neutral air, but that's like 8,000 dodge frames. So you're never going to get your kill combo off it. So I don't know if neutral air is what needs nerfed on Blasters. From threats and about the user, and has incredible speed. It is incredibly fast. Though I do agree with that. Due to its extreme utility, we have increased the time to hit to make it slightly less safe of an attack. Okay, I'm actually fine with this. I thought they were going to increase recovery on it or something like that again, but no, this makes sense. It's super fast. Okay, I take back everything I said. I feel like this is fine. We've also improved string opportunities from the new ultralight by increasing its stun time. Does this mean we get more strings out of it? More combos? Or does this just mean that it's easier to hit our combos? I don't think we're going to get any combos out of 2 extra frames. No, that's neutral air. Increase stun on final hit from 16 to 18. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any new combos out of 2 frames. But it's definitely going to be easier to hit your neutral light side airs. It also might make it a bit easier to neutral light move dodge recovery. So bow. The bow tends to perform best in the air and when edge guarding the opponent. We have increased the force on the sidelight to help push the fight where the bow wants to be. Best in the air and when edge guarding the opponent. Oh, they buff bow. That's good. Ember got buffs, guys. It's only been like 5 patches. Again, I was out for a few months, so like the last 5 patches I've been a part of, she's only been nerfed. So, bow sidelight increased force from 28 variable 39 fixed to 30 variable 39 fixed. That's a lot. That's actually a lot. I don't know if bow needed the sidelight buff, but that's super nice to have. So yeah, gauntlets. I don't feel like gauntlets are. Okay, to be honest, I don't feel like gauntlets were ever strong. So, I hope they get buffed here. That's probably just because I'm terrible at gauntlets. I don't feel like they were ever strong. Didn't do, personally, they didn't do enough damage for their non-true potential in so many dodge frames, if that makes sense. Sure, they're great in the, great off the edge. They're amazing off the edge. But it's, you still need to get your damage in, and they just weren't good at that. Similar to other lengthy attacks in the past, we have sped up the total duration of the gauntlet's down air for a faster rate of play. Thank you for the buffs. We have also increased its force for a slightly higher reward on hit. I don't know if this is good. They said it's a high reward, but down air is a string and combo starter. So if you increase its force, then it might change what percents we can, if we can hit percents or not. I mean, hit combos a certain percents. So I hope it's not too much. Probably not. I'm sure BMG knows what they're doing, but I hope this doesn't affect them getting their already hard to hit strings. Gauntlet's down air decrease time between the hits, resulting in a 4-frame decrease in total. 4-frame decrease is insane, by the way. That's ridiculous. And total duration, increase force from 22 variable 45 fixed, 25 variable 45 fixed. That's a big increase. It's better off the edge, like a ton better, but not on the stage. This might make it worse on stage. I mean, you might be able to, no, because before you would down air side light or down air down light, and down air pushes you down, so you can't down air side air out of it unless you jump or move dodge. You could down air side air now. Again, I haven't played the patch at all. This is the first time I'm reading all this part, so this is all theoretical. I have no clue how this is actually going to work into play. And I suck, so I just got to get content out there for them views, Just kidding. I love this game. Taros, please nerf this motherfucker. He needs to die. We have reduced the force on Taros's neutral hammer, given it excellent utility in the angle of knockback. An angle of knockback, this should allow the target a chance at recovering. We have reduced the force of Taros's neutral hammer, given its excellent utility in angle of knockback. This should allow the target a chance of recovering. Should also not be as threatening at mid-range health. Thank you. Taros's neutral hammer decreased force from 49.69 to 46.69. That's a bit. SIGs aren't used too much anyways. I don't know. I just hate. I've got a passionate hate for Taros. As an Ember player, Taros is like the ultimate counter to Ember. So I just have a passionate hatred for this character, and I feel like they should just replace all of his SIGs, to just him disconnecting. Like if you press the SIG button, you should just like instantly be disconnected from the game. Is personally my thoughts on Taros. So yeah. Ragnar, we have increased the minimum charge on Ragnar's side. We have increased the minimum charge on Ragnar's side guitars to be closer to other similar signature attacks. It still covers a great deal of ground quickly, but there is more time for the audio and visual cue. Okay, hold on. I totally blanked out. I'm gonna have to read this again. We have increased the minimum charge on Ragnar's side guitars to be closer to other similar signature attacks. It still covers a great deal of ground quickly, but there is more time for the audio and visual cues to play before it is active. So it charges for just a tiny bit longer, just to allow the audio and visuals to go off. Just to give you a fair warning, it gives you a bit more time to see that her side guitars are coming, to allow you to get out of the way. Mirage needs buffed. Not buffed. She needs reworked. Not re. Oh my gosh, how do I phrase this? Scythe is probably the best weapon in the game right now, 100%. Just because damage and follow up potential with how fast it is. But it's hard to hit your combo starters, your string starters. Your down air, your side air's hitbox has a huge gap. It's like blasters. Your side light has a tiny range, but if you can hit them, you're doing massive damage, and then they can always dodge out of them. But she's got a ton of options if you dodge. So I don't know what they need to do with Scythe. I like it a lot though. I just feel like they need to fix animations mostly, and that might be enough of a buff to make it super good. Like if they fix the animation, Scythe is gonna be like so good, because then you can actually tell what you're about to hit. Mirage's down signatures were on the higher side of damage ranges. It was insanely high. I would just launch people with them, and they would just be like spears, and you're gone. But we have decreased their damage value slightly to be in line with their utility and coverage. Okay, her SIGs are also like some of the best SIGs in the game, except Scythe side SIG. I think it's side SIG, the one where she goes in the dirt and for like a foot and it comes out. Mirage down Scythe decreased damage from 30 to 27. Okay, that's not bad. That's a lot of damage actually. That's a ton of damage. Do 27. Mirage down spear decreased from 26 to 25. Okay, that's fine. I don't feel like this is gonna change her too much. She's still super good. But again, I gave my very obscure thoughts on Mirage a few seconds ago. So yeah, looks like that's all the hero. Yep, this is it. Bug fixes. Fix a bug that caused some of the Mirage's parts of her signatures to not show up while playing online. So like just straight, some of her animations weren't showing up at all, or would it just be sometimes? Like that's probably why it wasn't. Like fix the bug where Mirage's side spear. I don't even know. This is just triggering to me that they would like if it would happen only every now and then, it's fine, but the way they phrase it, it just seems like it would always happen. So that triggers me that they would allow that. Fix the bug, but if not, then it's totally fine. Like if it was just something that happened every now and then, they just hadn't encountered it. But that's just me reading it probably poorly, or they wrote that poorly, or I should just shut up and not even make this, because I'm like goal 2. Fix the bug where Mirage Side Spear would not scale damage and force when charged. Credit Lucker Dog. Again, if this was all oh my gosh, English language. If this was all the time, it makes me mad that this happens, because they should not allow this. But again, it might just be sometimes. I don't even know how you I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how you find that if it's only sometimes though. Fix a bug that caused the launch animation to rewind incorrectly. It caused the launch animation. What is the launch animation? What does that mean? The launch animation. Launch animation Brawlhalla. We're gonna find out what this means. You know what it probably means? When you get fucking thrown, like when you get hit and you're not. Oh, do you know what this means? Right here. I'm like 70% sure it means this right here. This scythe. I'm pretty sure this is like 70% sure that this is what it means. Chop, 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 chop. Okay. Fixed a bug that caused throws to not take release direction inputs into account when launching them. This actually happened to me quite a few times. I thought I was just misclicking, but no, apparently there was just a bug. Ember neutral bow. Fix some cases where the target can be dropped by failing to fall through a soft platform. Credit flamethrower. Does this mean that my fucking arrow is gonna hit like the bird hits through the platform, but then the arrow doesn't hit through the platform? Does this mean they fixed it? I so hope they fixed it. Sight downlight. Change to stricter line of sight checking around corners. God damn it. I was just using this to fucking edge guard. Okay, so that's it. All in all, can't say for sure how it's going to work, but I hope it's for the better. Most important thing though, they're wasting their time with this shit. You already have the princess one. I don't even know what it's called. I just call it the princess one because she looks like an elven princess. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more Brawlhalla content. I'm not just doing Brawlhalla, by the way, in case you thought this was solely a Brawlhalla channel. It's not. That's just what I've been playing recently. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that good YouTubers tell you to do. And I'll see you in the next video.